Hi everyone, my name is Jen, and I'm the newest member of Freedom Fighters, and I'm doing Spirited Saturdays, and I just want to say thank you so much for having me, and I'm really excited. This is my first video, and I'm really excited. So, and the topic of this video is messages we've gotten in recovery, or given, messages that have helped us in our recovery. So, I wrote out a bunch of stuff here. I might just be referring to it and going like this a lot. I hope I don't make anybody dizzy, including myself. But basically, the first thing that I should probably, hold on here. There you go. Alright, the first thing that I want to talk about, let's get to the point here, beliefs. I think that we all have beliefs about ourselves that have contributed to our eating disorders and to whatever stage of our eating disorder we're in, to the amount of motivation that we have to recover. We have like deeply ingrained beliefs about ourselves, and some of those beliefs will motivate people to recover, and some will keep people stuck. So it's important, first of all, to understand what those beliefs are and how tainted they have made your like true, authentic desire to recover. I mean, the part of you that really wants to live, that is there, it's just very hidden. It's very diluted because of all this crap that has gone on during the eating disorder, before the eating disorder. Everything that led up to it has kind of culminated in this like grand idea that we somehow don't deserve recovery, or aren't worth it, or are going to fail at life regardless. I'm not saying everybody feels this way. I've personally felt this way, so I can totally identify, but I know others have said that they've never questioned wanting to recover, which is amazing, and we should definitely surround ourselves with more of those people. So let them rub off on us a little bit. So but I totally questioned it for a long time. I'm still in recovery. I'm feeling very strong. I'm not completely recovered. I definitely still doubt myself. I definitely still have insecurities, for sure. I'm kind of a newly sprung, yeah. But I am feeling strong, and I'm not feeling like I'm in the throes of an eating disorder right now, which I'm extremely thankful for. So some of the things that have helped me have been recognizing these insights and these beliefs about myself, and understanding that they are flawed, understanding that they're diluted. I mean, they don't make me who I am. They're something that I was taught, or that I have somehow formed myself because of whatever factors beyond my control, and maybe partly in my control. But regardless, they don't authentically define me. And the reasons that I developed an eating disorder, nobody deserves to have an eating disorder. Nobody deserves to punish themselves like that. And I know that myself as a child would not have wanted this for myself. So it can't be all I'm capable of. And something has got to change. Something has got to be reformulated in my brain that, will allow me to see a future that is not wrought with disordered eating and self-doubt and self-hatred and everything like that. So the first thing is to start recognizing and rewiring these beliefs. But the second thing is that that doesn't automatically give you the motivation to recover. Motivation it can come in time. It can come along with acting as if you're in recovery, even if you don't feel it. And that's I wanted to tie in a little bit, because that is a lot of what Marsha Linehan talks about in dialectical behavioral therapy. She talks about acting as if, which is a great tool, because it right alongside faking it until you make it. And if you act as if and you do something over and over again, it's comes with that hope of eventually rewiring your brain and just creating new patterns in your brain. And so that, along with thinking positive and healthy thoughts about yourself, that the subtle changes in words say a lot. Anytime you say something negative about yourself, it penetrates, and you take it in. You actually integrate it as part of the way you see yourself. And so if you say things that are bad for yourself over and over again, and you think them all the time, it's going to bring you down real bad. So try and just make minor changes in the way you think about yourself, even if you don't believe the words you're saying. Just minor changes, whatever it is, just a strength, identifying a strength, or just not using words that are degrading and insulting. I know, because it comes so automatically sometimes we do this. Just try to flip those words and use a different word. It's not going to kill you. So, okay. So we have to take action. That's what we have to do. We have to go into recovery with an open mind, knowing that even if we don't have the motivation, anything is possible. Anything can happen. We don't know what the future holds. So I think it's better to have no motivation and go seek treatment than have no motivation and not seek any treatment. Because at least you have a chance. You're giving yourself a chance. So that is very important to remember. That's something that's been a recurring pattern with people in my life, and I've just been noticing that a lot lately. People have been choosing to not go into treatment because they're too hopeless and they don't think it's going to help anyway. That's not true. Just the honesty helps, and over time it will help. It will affect you. It will make some kind of a change as long as you trust your treatment person or people. Okay, and that's the one. That's one part. So another thing that I wanted to say is that, yes, so you've got, okay, wait, hold on here. Okay, so discard all those old beliefs and be open to starting anew. I think I might have said this in a dozen different ways at this point. All right, the other thing, here we go, is recognizing that recovery is not about weight. I'm going to read this from the paper, okay? Here we go, paper, being read from now. Remember that recovery is not about reaching a certain weight, whether it be losing or gaining or maintaining to be your healthy weight. It is about solidifying your core so that even if you do reach an ideal weight for yourself, by the time you reach it, your core will strengthen just in the process of recovery. So the sign of health would truly be that once you got there, the number would be secondary to the way you feel. Part of what defines recovery is that your core is intact and your worth is no longer conditional upon the number. So even if the number should move, you will not be shaken. There is no longer a link, no longer a correlation between worth and body size or number. It's simply an added bonus and a boost to your confidence that your body reflects a healthy state of mind and a healthy internal body. But the internal and the mindset are your roots. I hope that made some sense. It's not about, that's the beauty of the process of recovery, is that throughout the process, you're strengthening that part of you that wants to live and that wants to value, and that wants to strengthen. Well, that made no sense. However, you're going to understand, you're going to come to see yourself differently. You're going to come to see that it's that part of you can't be shaken. So the physical body is secondary. You're going to learn to unconditionally appreciate your physical body because what made it is so strong and healthy. So that comes in time, but that is, I personally, I'm feeling glimpses of that. I am, so I can attest to that happening. I think it's a long process, but that is the ultimate sign of recovery. Like, that's what I'm striving toward, feeling that way more often, because it's true, and it's true. Sorry. This is a very shaky first video. Please forgive. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to say quickly now is just remember, just a little handy dandy reminder. Anorexia is not an accomplishment. I know this rings true for a lot of people. I have seen this mentality. I've experienced it. I had trouble letting it go. Anorexia is not an accomplishment. It's not an achievement. People don't see it that way. People, your family, your friends, your treatment providers, they don't see it that way. They don't honor it the way you do. They don't get that same thrill for you when the scale goes down. And they don't honor it as like the ultimate sign of, oh, look at her, she's portraying her vulnerability. I have to take care of her. Not that that's the reason everybody does it, I'm not saying. But what people do honor and value is strength that can be portrayed in words and shown, authentically. That's the stuff. That's how people, that's when they're proud of you. Or that's when they feel motivated and they have the incentive to become closer to you. Anorexia does not bring people closer to you. It just makes people scared for you. They don't value it the way you do, I promise. And I have felt that toward other people when I was not anorexic, or even when I was, toward other people who were. I can see that. I saw it from that side of it. But when it's me, it feels like, no, this is special. This is mine. But it's not. Debunk that theory. It's wrong. Okay. Yeah. And the other thing is, true happiness is not what happens when the number goes down on the scale. I entered a contest recently with music. I'm a musician. And I entered this contest where my winning or losing or whatever was documented in rank. And every time the rank number got lower, it meant that I was getting better in the contest. So that was authentic happiness. That was the little thrill that I sought and felt good about. And as soon as that happened, I compared it to the way I felt when the scale went down. I was like, wait a minute, that was not real happiness. I thought it was. I could have sworn it was. But no, seeing my rank go down, but meaning that it went up in this music contest, that was real. That was authentic. That made me feel really good. It gave me hope. It allowed me to see a future. It seemed sustainable. It was good. And the final thing is that it's good to find a space where you can operate from that will give you some peace of mind. Like when I was in treatment, I got, there was an exercise called the safe space meditation, where you visualize and imagine the smells and the sounds and all that of a place that makes you feel calm and centered, and then you operate from that place. So it's not just, oh, let me go meditate and like zone out or like that. That's great too. But this is specifically to make decisions from. So if you can get into this mindful space, make decisions from this place that makes you feel safe, it can help. It will make you less erratic in your decision making, and it'll make you less impulsive, knowing that this belongs to you and you can be wise from this space. Wisdom. Dialectical behavioral therapy is very good. This was not that, but it's very good, so I would definitely recommend it. Lots to cover there. And I think I'm running out of time, but just know that an eating disorder is not, it's the perceived benefits are not benefits at all, and they're illusions, they're delusions. And what's real and what's valued for real is what you have to offer to yourself and to the world, and that's not the eating disorder. The eating disorder is not sustainable. There's so much more that I want to say, but maybe some other time. But thank you for listening. Sorry if this was really scattered, and I will be posting. Okay, maybe I could fit in one more tiny thing in this last minute. Anorexia, I don't know, but eating disorders are akin to, okay, I'll write this, I'll write it in the subject because we're running out of time. Thank you so much for having me again, and enjoy. And I look forward to seeing you again next week on Spirited Saturdays with Freedom Fighters. Okay, bye.